Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, we're following that breaking news. A new report from the New York Times claims Israel learned of Hamas's October 7th attack more than a year ago. Israel forces, of course, resuming their military campaign against Hamas after the ceasefire ended. Our team on the ground with the latest. And Felicity Huffman speaking out for the first time about that college admissions scandal, why she did it, and who she's apologizing to. We will see you later right here on GMA.
It is December 1st, and through the 12th, you could donate new shoes or socks to the Share the Shoes campaign. It's through the organization Zapatos. You can drop those off at any of the 7 San Antonio Police Department substations around town. They need shoes and socks for toddlers through adults. We have all this information on ksat.com. Ahead in the next hour of GMSA, Spurs were so close to ending their long losing streak, how it all went down last night, and when they might get their first win here in the month of December. Plus, a local high school getting ready to perform at the 29th annual Mariachi Extravaganza this weekend. What students say is the hardest part of the competition. And up next, rock and roll marathon almost here. Katrina Weber has street closures you'll need to avoid this weekend. And we are still having problems out there on the northwest side. This is at 410 and I-10. This has been an issue that's been around for hours, and we're hoping that it's getting closer to clearing. We'll get an update with Stephen Cavazos on the other side of this break.
Shoulder shake, throws. That's going to be caught by Ferguson. Touchdown.
This morning, Cowboys fans waking up to a rare victory Friday after a last-minute win in prime time. The highlights from Thursday Night Football in just a few minutes.
And rise and shine, look out there with live cam. We're starting at 55, so still a little cool, but we don't have the rain this Friday morning.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And good morning to you. 6 a.m. on your Friday. Yes, December 1st.
Yes, we made it to Friday and we made it to December. And so quick off, congrats for the No Shave donations that you guys brought in. Mark, you kept the beard though, right?
I did. Yeah, I'm going to keep it for a while, but it's trimmed up. But it was a fantastic month. Thank you for your donations. We surpassed our goal this year, and thank you.
Yes, thank you. And Mike also.
Yeah, I'm listening to my wife, as we usually do, and just hanging on.
Smart
my
man.
boys wanted me to
Smartest man in the room.
They wanted me to hang on to it a little bit, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I can, get mistaken for Santa Claus here and there with the beard. So,
all right,
no.
You're getting
anyway,
closer.
You're too thin.
Yeah, December, it's not going to feel like it with our high temperatures, so we're going to be definitely on the warm side. It's kind of a damp chill this morning, though, with a lot of humidity out there, and that's helping out with some fog. And look at that. All around the metropolitan area, pretty good visibility. Head west on 90, you're going to run into basically just pea soup out there. The fog is so thick in Castroville, and it's only at one little tiny spot, and then it clears out by Hondo. Then you go east on 10. You're going to run into some fog around Gonzales out there, a little bit along the Rio Grande, but we're just going to have to continue to watch this for the next couple of hours. Dense fog advisory for our eastern counties. So even though there's a ton of fog over there around Castroville, you're not in the dense fog advisory. We will get some drier air that's going to move on in here over the course of the mid to late morning, and so that's going to really prevent that fog from forming up. Temperatures right now, we've got mid 40s in Kerrville, 54 here in town, so we are starting off about 10 degrees above normal, may fluctuate a degree or two here and there. Mold is on the moderate side. Throughout the course of the day, a lot of clouds around here, some clouds and a lot of fog, the patches here and there. Then we get up to 70 at noon. Partly cloudy skies, already above the normal high temperature, which is right now 67 degrees. And then we're going to top off at 76. So it is definitely going to be warm today as well as over the weekend. A lot of folks are going to be hitting the road as far as lacing up the running shoes for the Rock and Roll Marathon. And both days start off kind of coolish in the morning and then very warm. We're going to be gaining roughly 30 degrees throughout the course of the day, both tomorrow as well as on Sunday. But no rain to deal with, anything like that. As a matter of fact, we don't really have much at all in the forecast. Maybe way down the road. We'll take a look at that and some temperatures for the first week of December coming up. Traffic Authority, Stephen, still a problem on the northwest side?
Yes, sir. We are still tracking things closely here, Mike, at 410 West at Cherry Ridge. And this is just a shot from TransGuide, but now let's give you a wider look and show you what's taking place out there. And if you're just waking up, this is that flyover ramp from 410 West to get into I-10 westbound. It's been closed due to a pretty serious crash that occurred sometime before 2:30 this morning. So first responders have had their work cut out for them. You can see that, we still see those flashing lights along with a line of road flares in place from that shot at TransGuide. Now, we're not sure when this is going to reopen, but we've had our eyes on this all morning long, so be on the lookout. We've not seen significant delays just yet, but you may want to start planning that commute if your drive does take you through there. We'll keep a close eye on that, and let's keep our fingers crossed. We'll have a better update to report a little bit later on in the newscast. Now, the wider view of the map here at 6 a.m. doesn't really show any congestion. We're not seeing any other problems. However, we're keeping an eye on the weekend as well because it's the biggest running event of the year. Yes, we are talking about the Rock and Roll Marathon. And before you lace up those running shoes, Katrina Weber is live near Travis Park. And Katrina, there are things runners may want to know before they head out there.
Definitely. If you look throughout downtown, it's a little bit like being at the starting line for a race. We're definitely at the ready. We've got signs and barricades all just on the side of the road waiting to go, waiting to be put in place for these races this weekend. Now, we're here near Travis Park because this is going to be the finish line for the races tomorrow. That's the 5K and the 10K races. They will wind up here at Travis Park. Beautiful setting here for that finish line. It's very festive. But what you might want to keep in mind is if you do try to park on any of the streets, we've also noticed that there are signs at the parking meters telling you the hours that they're going to be closed. So pay close attention to that because the last thing you want to do is to have your car towed. Now, we are expecting thousands of people this year. Let me give you a look at how things were last year when we had about 17,000 people hit the roads here, pounding the pavement. Now, this wrapped up months of training for many of those people just getting to that finish line. And that's going to be the same this weekend. When they cross the finish line, they will wrap up all those months of pounding the pavement, training for these races. The 5K, the 10K tomorrow morning, and then Sunday morning is when we have the half marathon and full marathon. Now, speaking of the roads here, we do have some information on our website about the exact closures and the routes for those races. All of that on ksat.com. You can check it out there. Now, if you're planning to head down here yourself to run or maybe coming down to cheer on someone, you may want to think about carpooling or finding another way to get down here because parking is probably going to be at a premium. Maybe catch a via bus all the way down here so that you don't have to worry about parking at all. Reporting live downtown, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. This morning, San Antonio police are looking for a suspect after an overnight shooting. So this happened around 11:30 last night in the 20,000 block of Wilderness Oaks. This is in the Stone Oak area near the city's far north side. Police tell us that a man was in a breezeway of an apartment complex when he was shot multiple times. So the shooter got away in a black SUV. The victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition.
International Bridge 1 in Eagle Pass has been shut down until further notice. Now those coming into the United States are having to reroute. On Monday, Customs and Border Protection decided to shut down incoming traffic at Bridge 1 due to what they're calling a large influx of migrants coming into the border. People trying to go back and forth from the U.S. and Mexico are having long wait times with only Bridge 2 operational. Businesses in the area are worried this might interrupt the economic boost that comes from those coming across the border to shop for the holidays.
Compramos demasiada mercancía.
We bought a bunch of merchandise to sell for Christmas. The belts, the buckles, all the accessories that you can have to prepare a store. But no, there's no people.
Vehicles heading south from the U.S. into Mexico will not be affected by this closure.
And a lot of people across San Antonio are not happy about CPS Energy's newly proposed rate increases. The energy utility is proposing to raise its rates for gas and electricity by 4.25%. And last night, our Avery Everett attended a public meeting and shows us what this could mean as we approach winter.
A business built on keeping lawns green is expanding to keep homes well lit.
We provide everything, lights, clips, timers, and all.
This lawn care company is leaning into holiday lights.
It just gives it a really clean look.
To keep up sales through the winter.
Yeah, and just to keep our team members busy.
Lining gutters and leaving holiday cheer.
Much brighter than the box store lights.
With lights that are less likely to send the Texas power grid into shock.
Yeah, we only use LEDs, so they definitely use less electricity.
With winter just around the corner, some people here in San Antonio have concerns over the stability of the Texas power grid. But CPS Energy says that's one of the reasons it's requesting a rate increase to address infrastructure reliability.
We need funding to be able to provide reliable service to our community.
CPS Energy's proposal would increase its its gas and electric base rates by 4.25%. The utility saying on average, customers' bills would increase by less than $5.
We're aware that they're worried about their bills, and we want them to know that we have a multitude of resources to help them.
CPS Energy presented this proposal to its trustees and the San Antonio City Council earlier this month. But Thursday night, a town hall for the community, with customers calling in to question CPS leaders.
My question is, how is this going to benefit our neighborhood?
If approved in the coming weeks, new rates would take effect on February 1st of next year. But the problems from the winter storm of 2021 are far from forgotten, and there are still questions about what this season will bring.
To see how this proposed rate could impact your own energy bill, you can head on over to ksat.com, where we have CPS Energy's calculator. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
And looking ahead, San Antonio is getting bigger by a few thousand acres. So city council members have given the go-ahead for the city to annex more than 4,000 acres on the south side early next year. The city has been eyeing that land for a decade, and the property owners signed agreements that temporarily saved them from previous annexations. However, now those agreements are expiring. You can read more about what happens next over on our website at ksat.com.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
The game was on Amazon Prime last night, so not everybody got to see it, but the Cowboys on a roll after a big win on Thursday Night Football. Dak Prescott threw 3 touchdown passes, and the boys extend their home win streak to 14 games by rallying for a 41-35 victory over the Seahawks. Prescott's 12-yard pass to Jake Ferguson put Dallas in front with 4.5 minutes remaining. After that, Micah Parsons, the defense, slammed the door on the Seahawks, stopping them on 4th down to seal the win. Looking ahead, Cowboys win sets up a rematch with NFC East rival Philadelphia by escaping what would have been their first loss since falling to the Eagles 28-23 to start November. The highly anticipated matchup is December 10th on Sunday Night Football.
Well, I'm happy that the Cowboys won. I was just hoping that the Spurs would join them in that winning section.
Yeah, we're going to delve into that in a second. 6:10, 55 degrees.
Right. Speaking of our Spurs, they were so close to ending their long losing streak. How it all went down last night, and when they could get their first win this month.
Going to be a nice Friday out there. Some of you seen clear skies all night. Others have seen some low clouds and fog. But right now, a beautiful shot looking out, and you can see the lights on for Christmas over at the Quarry Market and Concord Plaza. We'll be back. 6:14, after being listed as questionable with right hip tightness, Victor Wembanyama got the green light to face the Atlanta Hawks last night.
But as KSAT Sports' Mary Rominger tells us, it wasn't enough to end the team's losing streak.
Hey guys, the San Antonio Spurs shot the ball well in last night's 2-point loss to the Hawks. 53.9% from the field with a combined 18 three-pointers. Now after the game, head coach Greg Popovich said great players take over in the fourth quarter. And last night for Atlanta, it was Trae Young who dropped 45 points on the Spurs. Jeremy Sohan led San Antonio with 33 of his own, but 21 turnovers was too much to overcome.
The outcome was a loss. There was many things we could have done better. Turnovers, and if we cut down the turnovers by 5, 6, we win that game by 15.
We gave them 137 points. They scored 137, so it's hard to win when the opposing team scores as much. So we need to step up in defense.
You just have to keep working in a lot of different areas. Even if the best teams in the league are working in the same things, less turnovers, better rebounding, better shots, all that kind of stuff. It's not one thing.
The Spurs are now tied with the franchise's second longest losing streak with 13 games, but there's no time for the team to think about that as they tip off in New Orleans tonight. And Victor Wembanyama's availability will depend on how his hip recovers from yesterday's contest. From Frostbank Center, Mary Rominger, KSAT 12 Sports. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary. Jinx. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go ahead and check back with Stephen Cavazos. Still problems there off of Loop 410.
Wow, this does seem to be our big problem of the morning. As we take a look outside with TransGuide 410 West at Cherry Ridge, you can still see those flashing lights out there. Line of road flares, and yes, that ramp is blocked due to a crash that occurred sometime before 2:30 this morning. We're approaching 6:30, so that's almost 4 hours, folks. So be on the lookout there because it doesn't appear that crews are going to be wrapping anytime soon. Now, this crash was pretty serious. We do know at least one person was rescued from the two-vehicle crash, but we'll work to get some more details for you later this morning. Right now, I would suggest just avoid the area. No big delays just yet, but we're going to see a little bit more traffic now that we've entered that busy hour of 6 a.m., getting closer to morning rush. Now, the wider view of the map still shows that it's quiet across the Alamo City as folks are just waking up and having their cup of coffee. But later tonight, you may want to start planning ahead because we have a full closure here along Loop 1604 due to the North Expansion project. This will take place at 9 tonight and finish at 5 in the morning. Now, this portion finishes on Sunday, December 3rd, but it's a 1604 westbound main lanes that will be fully closed from the Lock Hill-Selma Road exit ramp to the I-10 interchange. But if you scan this QR code now, you can plan ahead for all of those closures that are taking place this weekend. It's going to be a busy one, especially with the Rock and Roll Marathon series taking place as well. We'll keep a close eye on things, but back out here with TransGuide, if we can take that shot one more time with the flashing lights. It's been a busy morning for folks, so just be on the lookout if you see those flashing lights.
Thanks, Stephen.
Yeah.
All right, one thing you want to watch out for this morning is some fog in areas, especially heading out to the west toward Castroville, because at last check, and things change very quickly, but zero visibility out there around Castroville, so that's just basically pea soup. Temperatures pretty steady, and it's that sort of damp chill with all that humidity, you know. It just
a little bit out there.
Sneaks down the back of your neck, as I say. And then we will see more sunshine later on today. Very warm. We're going to be about 10 above normal. That's going to be the trend all weekend long with those very warm temperatures in the afternoons. I love this.
Aww.
Love Christmas decorations, but look what they did. They took a couple of old pallets and just repurposed. Very cool looking, you know, yard decorations.
Good idea.
Like that. I love that. What a great idea. Thank you very much for the KSAC Connect picture and the beautiful decorations out there. All right, we are looking at downtown. Notice how we do have a few clouds off there in the distance, but in some cases not enough to create a blanket on top of us to hold the heat in. That's why we are seeing some of that fog around here, as well as with all the humidity and the moisture in the ground. Yesterday we did hit 70, mid-60s in parts of the hill country, so we were still above normal yesterday, and then we're going to be topping that today and all around the area. Low to mid 70s, again averaging around the metropolitan area 5-10 degrees above normal. Let's go way up to the north, and as you can see, there's some really cold air that is brewing up here in Canada. 18 below zero right now in Stony Rapids, Fort Nelson 15 below. Obviously some of that air is still covering the northern portion of the country, but what's going to be happening, it's not like all that's dropping down in here. All of this cold air is basically going to be shifting off to the east and not coming down in our direction. So we've got this southwesterly flow aloft in the atmosphere. We are going to have a lot more in the way of sunshine today, but, you know, a couple of high clouds hanging around here. The really cold air, like I said, it stays pretty much it's going straight off to the east, stays up to the north of us. We will get a little bit of a front moving through here on Sunday, just kind of to trim humidity slightly. And even though it looks like there's a big chunk of cold air coming in here, that's not the situation. Again, all of that stays up there to the north. That's going to be the situation going into the rest of the week. And as a matter of fact, as we go in toward the weekend, it's going to get even warmer. We'll have a little bit of a drop in temperatures first part of the week, but then warming up quite a bit going into next weekend. Now, there's a big trough developing out there to the west. And some of the latest computer models do have a cold chunk of air coming in here, but not until maybe the mid to latter portion going in towards, say, the 10th, 12th of the month. So, yeah, it's definitely, first part of December is definitely going to be starting off on the warm side. All right, here's what it looks like as far as the next 7 days. 76s today, 75s over the weekend. 10 degrees above normal, at least cooler temperatures in the mornings, and then we'll drop down slightly in the first part of the week, upper 60s, closer to normal high temperatures, a couple of clouds, but then we will be warming up going in toward next weekend. Of course, Hanukkah begins at sunset on Thursday. So definitely not a cold start to the month of December. Like I said, at least it looks like the first couple of weeks, next week as well as the following week. Then, I mean, this is 2 weeks away even to, you know, talk about a front moving through
right.
that. So.
Well, who knows what will happen closer to Christmas?
Fingers crossed.
I know you're hoping.
I don't remember how many days, so I'm going to let it go this time.
6-4.
No. 621, 54 degrees.
And just ahead, if you're thinking about making some holiday donations, be careful how you can avoid scams looking to steal your money.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding that outfit psoriasis tried to hide from you, or finding your swimsuit is ready for prime time. Dad, once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu.
In your morning consumer headlines, Tesla's long-awaited Cybertruck, the first futuristic style vehicles, have been delivered to about a dozen customers, and a new all-wheel drive version is coming next year. It starts at $80,000. It can go 340 miles on a single charge. A side note here, it's more expensive than they said it was going to be, and it doesn't drive quite as far as they said it would.
Well, that's not good. Well, WhatsApp has a new layer of security to keep your chats under wraps. The secret codes feature lets you hide your private chats if someone has access to your phone. Now, instead of popping up in a folder, the chats will only appear when you type in your unique password in the search bar.
All right, TikTok has introduced the artist account. The feature offers up and coming musicians a new way to get discovered. To qualify, artists need at least 4 songs uploaded to the app. TikTok says more than 70,000 musicians are already signed up.
Well, the giving season is here, and you may be thinking about donating to nonprofits locally and nationally. Well, unfortunately, some nonprofits are not real. They are scams looking to steal your money. So if an organization is constantly calling or harassing you for money, it's best to ignore them and don't give them any money.
Anything that creates a sense of pressure on someone who being urged to give or feeling manipulated, that's an important sign. I'd hang up and file it.
So websites like Charity Navigator and Charity Watchdog are a great tool to see if a nonprofit is real or not. You can read how they investigate charitable organizations and label them as real or not by heading over to our website at ksat.com.
Friday morning, 6:26.
Look out there with TransGuide again, looking over at this problem spot that we've had since early this morning, Loop 410 at Cherry Ridge. We're going to get the very latest from our Stephen Cavazos very soon.
You're waking up with GMSA. Beautiful shot of downtown San Antonio on this first day of the month of December. There is some fog out there in parts of our viewing area. Mike will have more on that in a sec.
Hi, good morning. Happy Friday. Happy December. Thanks for joining us today.
Let's go right to Mike Ostrage as we've made it to a new month. Again, an update on our forecast for today. Beautiful sunrise starting out, Mike.
Yes, but notice how we do have clouds that have moved on in here. When I came into work this morning, there's nothing out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was gorgeous with the moon and some of the stars, but as you can see, these clouds did develop. So that in places is helping as far as not seeing fog to form up. Obviously, we don't have any visibility problems there. Looking off to the east, 54 degrees. Dew points at 53. So these two numbers, when they're neck and neck, you have relative humidities well up in the upper 90s. No wind to deal with. But again, we've got that little blanket of clouds. However, in some places, like look at how patchy this is. 10 miles visibility at the airport, Stinson. 4 Port SA, down to a quarter mile there at Castroville has actually come up a little bit. It was 0 visibility just 15, 20 minutes ago, and then more fog well off to the east. So again, those clouds, maybe you get a hole in the clouds, you can get some thicker fog, to develop. Carrizo Springs, Eagle Pass, a little bit of fog, and then off here to the east, Gonzales, as well as LaGrange. Dense fog advisory, eastern counties up until 9 o'clock, and one of the reasons why there's no dense fog advisory off here to the northwest, we do have some drier air, and that drier air is going to continue to work its way in here, so that's going to help to alleviate that threat for some fog. Mid-40s right now in the hill country and 54 here in town. Look at that. Helotes still is sitting at 60 right now, and mold is on the moderate side. The updated count's going to come out in about an hour or so. So patchy fog, and then that damp chill out there with that extra humidity in the air. Then mostly sunny today. Drier air comes in here. That's going to help to allow temperatures to get up into the mid 70s. So about 10 degrees above normal across the board. And that's going to be the situation this weekend as well. Cool mornings, very warm afternoons. Next week, we're going to have a few clouds. Mild temperatures, maybe not quite as warm starting off, but still nothing like really sweater weather. I mean, you'll need a jacket in the morning, and then it's going to warm up as we even approach next weekend. All those details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, tell me that accident's still there?
We're still seeing it, Mike. Wish I could say we had better news to report at this hour. Hours later, folks, this was initially reported sometime before 2:30 as we take that shot in from TransGuide, and you can see that closure is still in place as first responders are working to clear this up. Now, I do see what appears to be a tow truck out in the distance. Tough to say because this is a pretty wide shot from our friends over at TransGuide, but it does paint a good picture because you can see that, yes, we do have the first responders out there working to clear this up, but right now it could cause some delays for your early morning drive as first responders again are working to clear up the scene of an accident that was reported sometime just before 2:30 this morning. So here's what you need to know. 410 westbound, that flyover ramp to I-10 westbound is closed. And again, we're not clear yet when that will actually reopen. But for now, just plan for a different route because it looks like we're going to start to see a little bit more of that buildup as now that we give you a wider view of the map. A little bit of that congestion that is starting to creep in there along US 90 eastbound, folks. So if you're heading in from Castroville, may want to start planning ahead. But plan ahead this weekend because it's going to be a big weekend. We are talking about the Rock and Roll Marathon race, and we do have our Katrina Weber, who is live near Travis Park. And Katrina, there is plenty that folks will want to know.
Definitely a lot to know before you head down here, or if you're just trying to get around anywhere near downtown. It might be a challenge, especially starting tomorrow morning. We have some barricades at the ready right here at the corner of Pecan and Navarro, but this is what I found all throughout downtown. These barricades just ready to be placed, put into place so that these roads can be closed off. I want to point out something else just down the street. I noticed some of the parking meters there, that there are signs on them telling you that they will be off limits for parking. So you want to be careful if you try to park anywhere downtown this weekend. Make sure you look for signs that tell you whether it's open or not because your car could be towed. Now, just one other side I got to point out real quick. This Travis Park, this is going to be a sight for sore eyes and probably sore feet. This is where the finish line will be for tomorrow's races, the 5 and 10K. Sunday, we have the marathon and half marathon, and those will wrap up near UTSA's downtown campus. Let me give you a look at the video so you can see what we had last year and what you can probably expect again. We had some 17,000 runners in the races throughout the race weekend last year, the rock and roll races. This year, a lot expected as well. Now, these races wrap up months of training for many people. They put in so many paces just getting ready for those races in many cases. And so this will be sort of a finish line in more ways than one for those runners. Now, if you are planning to travel anywhere downtown and beyond, you'll want to take notice of what we have on our website. We have maps of the race routes. We also have some of the street closures listed there, so you can take a look at that before you head out this weekend. If you are coming downtown to this to run in this race, or perhaps to cheer someone on, you may want to figure out how to get here. You can take via buses. You can also carpool or maybe take a rideshare service, but parking is expected to be at a premium if you can even find it. Reporting live downtown, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. This morning, a family is waking up without their garage door after a fire started from a space heater. Well, this happened a little after 1 this morning on the southeast side near the intersection of I-37 and Loop 410. San Antonio fire crews tell us that they had to cut down the garage door in order to put that fire out. The family got out safely along with their dog, and we want to remind people to not plug anything else in the outlet with the heater. Let's keep it on a level, flat surface 3 feet away from anything flammable, and never leave that heater alone.
Also this morning, the search is on for 25-year-old Faustino Diaz after a short standoff yesterday at a Northside apartment complex. This was the scene on Cripple Creek near Harry Wurzbach and Garner Middle School. A SWAT team went inside an apartment yesterday and found that Diaz had left, and 3 children were left alone. Diaz was already wanted on other warrants, including one for sexual assault of a child. So far, it's unclear if he'll face other charges after this standoff.
And they are not easy things to talk about, but last night KSAT had a town hall about infertility and pregnancy loss. A local therapist and fertility doctor joined our panel for Don't Suffer in Silence. And they spoke with Nightbeat anchor Stefania Jimenez and answered many of your questions about the link between obesity and infertility in men and women, and how women with polycystic ovary syndrome can get help conceiving and dealing with pregnancy loss. Now, unfortunately, this is very common. Something like 30% of pregnancies end in miscarriages. And we learned that when a couple suffers a loss, one partner might not grieve in the same way.
It's common for not everyone to grieve in the same way, and sometimes initially couples will really join together, but then sometimes one partner needs a little bit more time, and they might find that one partner is pulled away. Oftentimes I can see maybe a couple and maybe one partner is holding back their emotion because they don't want to add in any additional distress to the other partner, but that can really create a rift in the relationship too.
And that just scratches the surface. The town hall also covered how you can help someone struggling with pregnancy loss. We invite you to scan this QR code that will lead you to our special town hall discussion called Don't Suffer in Silence. Now, happening today, VIA is honoring the late civil rights icon Rosa Parks by offering free rides for Rosa Parks Day. Well, VIA and St. Philip's College actually hosted last night a live storytelling performance that shows off the story of Rosa Parks, who was arrested for refusing to give up her seat to make room for a white passenger 68 years ago today. The performance was called Sister Rosa Parks. The bus stops here.
Friday morning, glad you're with us, 6:38.
Local high school is getting ready to perform during the 29th annual Mariachi Extravaganza this weekend. Just ahead, what students say is the hardest part of that competition.
6:42, welcome back to GMSA. 1,000 mariachi musicians will convene here in San Antonio to compete in the 29th annual Mariachi Extravaganza competition this weekend.
And Harlandale High School's mariachi group is among the nearly 50 mariachi teams who will perform during the national competitions on Friday at the Lila Cockrell Theater.
Sarah Costa joins us live in studio with how this competition works.
Good morning, Mark and Steph. Yes, I had such a good time and an honor getting to see Harlandale High School Mariachi Group practice earlier this week. The competition winners will open for the esteemed Mariachi Nuevo de Calitlan on Saturday, December 2nd at 7:30 p.m. the Lila Cockrell Theater. So, like I said, I had the opportunity to speak with some of those Harlandale High School mariachi students about what this competition and mariachi music means to them.
Ready? One, two, three, one. Together.
It makes it like really nervous, especially since there are like 3 high schools from San Antonio. We want to show like what we can do to the rest of the valley, you know.
So this is actually going to be our first year competing at the Extravaganza. Now, we've competed in other events, but this one is one of the major events, probably the biggest event around that you can imagine here in the state of Texas.
Right before the singing, right before the first singing.
We'll have like 3 pages to memorize for the music. It's probably the hardest part.
No, come on.
I like how it sounds. I really get into playing, like, once I hear all the other instruments, I just go away. Everything goes away from me.
Friday is when the varsity students will have their clinic, and they'll compete on Friday as well.
It's got to be a little like hesitation. It can't just be dun, dun, no, dun.
Anytime you come out on top, you get bragging rights, number one, of course. You get to be on one of the biggest stages out there as well, to be able to open for one of the largest groups, well-known groups in the world.
I'm the first person to be a mariachi in my family, but it was always like a thing for us, like if it was somebody's birthday or we're celebrating a quince or something, where there has to be mariachis playing. So it just like makes my family proud.
Get in the moment. So just like enjoy what you're playing, like have fun with it. Have fun with what you're playing. Don't really think much about it.
Makes me feel good, like I'm representing something that I love. So it just like puts me out there.
So there are only 3 to 4 local high schools representing San Antonio in this competition. There are teams from all over the country like Nevada and Washington State. That competition takes place today and the finals are tomorrow afternoon at Lila Cockrell Theater. Harlandale High School is hoping that the community will support them at the performance. For ticket information for today and of course for the big Mariachi Extravaganza performance tomorrow, head to mariachimusic.com. And of course you can find all of this information later this morning on our website, ksat.com. Mark, Steph.
Oh, love this story, and we could tell you loved reporting and meeting all those kids.
Yes, it's pretty fun. I was going to say I get to see some of these groups because it's packet pickup today and tomorrow at the Convention Center, which is basically the Lila Cockrell Theater, so you can hear them warm up. So we get a sneak peek. The runners get a sneak peek, which is super cool.
Nice. And we're going to talk more about Rock and Roll Marathon.
Yes.
Forecast for that in just a second. Right now, 6:45.
Check back with Steven.
Well, it's not been a bad morning, but we still have some issues out there that drivers want to be aware of. A stalled vehicle is causing some slowdowns there, I-35 north at Space Center. You can see some backups already forming. We're getting closer to morning rush, folks, so you know what that means. A lot more of that congestion will start to creep in on our map. We'll show you that in just a second, but our biggest problem has been right here at 410 West at Cherry Ridge. We still see those flashing lights out there. This is due to a crash that occurred earlier this morning around 2:30. So we're now more than 4 hours later, and of course, not a lot has changed. We're just seeing a little bit more activity out there. We'll work to get some information verified, but we do know some of the earlier reports show that there may have been 2 vehicles involved, one of them being a semi. So we'll work to find out that information and hope everyone is doing okay. Now, as we take you to our map, that closure still in place at 410 westbound as you approach the I-10 westbound exit there. So no big backups just reported, at least for now. But as we give you a wider view, it's a different story here. We're seeing more of it along US 90 eastbound. Again, that's that usual hotspot where we tend to see a little bit of that trouble form, as well as I-35 southbound heading in from Live Oak, just inside Loop 1604. So again, we are at the start of morning rush. Few issues out there that we are tracking, but right now I would say this is going to be the big one. Again, 410 West at Cherry Ridge.
Those do look like blue Cheetos.
They do. Delicious.
All right,
Delicious.
So yesterday was the day, right, Stephen?
Yeah. I was not there because, again, mine was just a quick whisk and it was gone. But yeah, you could see the guys getting their cleanups there. And Mark, I think you're in that video as well.
Yes.
That's just fantastic. And there's Nick, David Sears.
David was really relaxed. We had a shot of him. It looked like he was asleep.
I've never seen him more quiet.
Yeah, so we met our goal this year, and thank you to Henley's Gentlemen's Grooming over in the Medical Center for their generous support as far as taking care of us, cleaning us up, making us look good, and just a little pampered as well. But Team KSAT finished again. Top of the heap in the nation, second place, I believe.
Yeah, second place. Max was second place as well as an individual. As donations came in, Mike, you're up there as well. So, big shout out to our community. I always feel like the very end is always like the best part because obviously we have that banter back and forth, but everyone throws in their donations and it's just fantastic to see.
Well, when you think about it, we didn't do anything except not shave.
Right, exactly.
It's the folks out there that were so kind to
donate.
So, thank you very much for all of that. So, all right, speaking of a guy that doesn't shave very often.
Nice.
Last year when Santa and his better half came for a little visit, and it's not going to be too much longer. How many more days, Mark?
Gosh, I don't remember.
24 days.
Yeah, 24
days.
I need my countdown.
Anyway, and Steph and I got to greet Santa Claus a couple of weeks ago over there at the quarry. Yep.
And see it snow.
Yes, and he made it snow because he can work the magic. So thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture, and we're looking forward to seeing you, Santa Claus. All right, we do have some clouds out there, a few holes here and there. Clouds kind of moved on in here, helped to prevent a lot of fog from forming up in some places. All right, let's jump ahead to the weekend, and for the Rock and Roll Marathon, both mornings are going to be a little cooler than this morning. We have some drier air coming on in here today, and so that's going to help to allow those low temperatures to drop down. But then with that dry air, it's really going to warm up. We're going to gain 30 degrees basically both days up to the mid 70s, and just 1 or 2 clouds out there. So good cool start for the runners, but as it approaches noon, we're going to be getting close to 70 both days. All right, here's what it looks like on the satellite picture right now. We've got some of these clouds hanging around here, a lot of clear skies in places, and there is, like I said, some of that drier air off to the northwest. That's going to continue to push on in here, get rid of this humidity, and with that drier air in place, and get rid of the fog too. That's going to, like I said, allow things to warm up more easily and then cool down, because dry air doesn't hold the heat in like moist air does, and we'll sort of get a reinforcing push of that drier air coming on in here as we go into Sunday. So as far as today is concerned, this morning we have those clouds hanging around here, steady temperatures basically all morning, some patches of fog here and there. Watch it as you're heading west on 90 and toward Castroville, as well as heading east on 10, and then 70 at noon today. Already above normal, and then we finish up about 10 degrees above normal. All right, upper level winds. There's the big chunk of cold air, but it's not really, the dividing line is basically just north of us. And even though we'll have little fronts moving through here to kind of get rid of some of the humidity, the coldest air stays up there to the north of us, and we're going to remain on the warm side. And that's going to be the situation going into all of next week, with that colder air staying well up there to the north of us. Maybe by, oh gosh, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks down the road, there's going to be a chunk of cold air coming on in here. But between now and then, it is not looking or feeling very December-ish. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. Mid-70s over the weekend. Upper 60s, closer to normal by the first part of next week, but then temperatures will be warming up. Looks like going into next weekend.
Another warm weekend in December, then.
Yes, indeed.
All right, runners, get ready.
Yeah, good luck to you guys running.
You.
And I did confirm, everybody, yes, officially 24 days till Christmas.
Thank you, Mark. We were waiting for
You're
that
welcome.
confirmation.
I know, Captain Obvious here. 6:51, 55 degrees.
And looking ahead, it's almost time for that rock and roll marathon. We're going to be talking about it all weekend on GMSA, so we have everything you need to know about the races and the road closures around our city.
Outside with live cam. Beautiful sunrise. Going to be a great day, and you're starting it with GMSA.
All right, 6:55, and yes, we are still watching this issue play out at 410 West at Cherry Ridge. Now, the wider view of TransGuide doesn't really show much has changed, maybe just a little bit more traffic out there. This is heading 410 westbound to get onto the I-10 westbound bridge as well, so please be on the lookout. This is closed due to a crash that occurred sometime before 2:30 this morning. And again, crews have had their hands full working to reopen that part of 410, so we're going to watch it very closely throughout the morning, but expect to see a little bit more congestion now that we have entered morning rush. So if your route takes you through there, again, 410 West, that exit to I-10 westbound is closed, and that could cause some delays for your morning commute, Mike.
Beautiful sunrise on tap. The sun's going to be coming over the horizon about 15 minutes roughly, and got some clouds out there. Patchy fog in places. Castroville, quarter-mile visibility. Fog is now showing up in New Braunfels, a little bit around Stinson, Pleasanton, Port SA. Dense fog advisory, eastern counties up until 9 o'clock this morning. And these temperatures, 40s and 50s around the area. We're going to make it up to 76 later on today. Not going to be feeling like December today, nor the next couple of days. At least it'll be cooler the next few mornings, but still up in the mid-70s, about 10 above normal. Closer to where we should be to start off next week, but then we'll warm up toward the end of the week, toward next weekend.
Wow, good looking weekend.
Yeah, looks pretty. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great day. Good Morning America is next.